What's going on, guys? Simpson here, and today we're going to be installing the new shifter gear that I purchased from Amazon from the unboxing video. Now, this one is the Sim Vertex uh, gear shifter thingy from Amazon. I bought it for 120 bucks. Now, it does come with three adapters, like I showed in the previous video. So you would have to find out which one fits. That's not including the one that already comes inside the knob, the shifter stem. Okay. Now I did a trial and error before the video, so I don't waste time doing that. I found the one that fits. You pretty much you take these out a little bit, obviously, because you're gonna put this down. The Fanatec. This is for the Fanatec shifter. It can work on any shifter. It can work on, Logitech, Thrustmaster, any other, shifter that you have. Not necessarily Fanatec. I don't know about any other brand, but this is what was on the listing from Amazon. So I've already taken out the knob, the Fanatec knob that I have. This is the original one. I've already taken that out. I just unscrewed it. Okay. And we're going to be putting this one on now. So pretty much all we got to do, going to be down here, going to turn this thing around, turn it around, and feel free to skip this section if you want to. That way you guys are not watching the whole time. But it wasn't that difficult to find out which adapter worked, It was not that difficult at all, and it seems to be staying in place and not moving. So that's a good thing. That is a very good thing. I just don't want it to get stuck. And this is really longer than I anticipated. Pause. But at the same time, it's good knowing that it's not going to go anywhere. Okay. I think we have reached the bottom of it. So no matter what I do now, it's just going to keep spinning for no reason. So it's not going to really do much. All right. And then that's it. And then after that, you just... Feels weird. Now I can already tell I'm going to have fatigue because my arm is a little bit higher. My hand is higher. So, I can also use that. And then you have this as well too. There's a little, and there's a jig brake. So, all right, that was the installation. And I'm just gonna go and plug this into the back of the PC, and I'll be right back. All right, guys. So now that we installed the shifter, I'll show you here on the main screen. We installed the shifter here, and we used one of the adapters. Just lose one of these screws. Yeah, I'll find them. But we installed one of the adapters here, and they fit in perfectly, so that's pretty good. It's not going anywhere. It's pretty solid in there. So we're feeling pretty confident about that. So after we installed it on the stem here, we're going to go into the game right now, and I'll show you how to set it up. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have done it before, but for those of us who are newbies to this, we're going to go ahead and show you how to do this. So we're going to go ahead and switch cams, and we're going to go into options, controls. Now, according to the instructions here, it tells you to, you're going to go into options, select the Sim Vertex TH13. So you're going to go up here, and it's going to be in your drop down. So I have my turn signal, I have my DSD CSW panel, I got my Fanatec here, so it's the wheelbase and everything. So we're going to go ahead and select the Sim Vertex TH13. And then after you do that, obviously you're going to follow the instruction. It says the transmission is H shifter, which I already had that. And then we're going to scroll down, keep going down past the clutch and everything. You're going to go down to the shifter layout under H shifter setup. Under the shifter layout, you're going to go ahead and select the drop down. And I use the 18 Fuller 18th speed. Okay. Once you do that, I have it as advanced. The shifter fast split is going to be with the clutch press. So when I press the clutch, it's going to shift gears. Now, don't worry about this. This is fine. It's going to work just as fine. The only thing that I noticed that was different was whenever I put on my shifter, I would have to depress the actual knob. So I push down and then I put it in first gear. Here, I'm going to put it on the main GoPro. So I'll do it again. You push down and then you bring it to the left all the way and then you push forward. That's my reverse. That doesn't really, it still works, but if I was to put it in first gear, that becomes my reverse. It is no longer first gear. First gear is my third gear. When I put it up like that, straight ahead, that becomes my first low gear. So 1L, and then down will be 2L, so on and so forth. 3, 4, right? And then you come back for 5 high, 6 high and low, 7 high and low, 8 high and low. All right. So anyway, we're going to go back to the game here, right? And then for the shift toggle number 1, okay? Shift toggle number 1. Now, when I used to have this, I had it on my wheel right here, okay? So it tells you here, shift toggle number 1 is going to be the little, switch cams here. It's going to be this one right here. It's the little flicker, the little switch, okay? That's shift toggle number 1, so I already set that up. Shift toggle number 2 is going to be the side switch, this button right here. Okay, now when you press it down, nothing happened. You press it down and then up again, and then it switches for you. Now for the Jake brake, I have it in 2 buttons initially. It was letter B on my keyboard, and it was that little switch. You guys can see that, but it's that little switch right here. That little switch right there, the little flicker. So now I have it on here, and then I have it on that little button to the side over here. So far, it looks pretty good. It works pretty good. Didn't have a problem with it. Very user-friendly layout and instructions. As you guys can see here, it's pretty straightforward. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to get the game up here. Let's switch cams here again. Now I'm getting used to it because I haven't really used it before. It's my first time trying it. So we'll see how it works. And we're going to go ahead and turn the truck on. Everything works. Put the clutch in. I'm going to put it into first gear, okay? Becomes my reverse. So I'm going to put it into third, right? Be 1L for 1 low. So we can go and get started. And this is my 4th gear, which is 2L. 5th becomes my 3L. And then 6 becomes my 4L. And then bring it up here. 5L. 6. And then flick it 6 high. Right? Flick it again with the clutch. 6L. 7L. Which is 15th gear. And then this is 8L, or 8 low, 8th gear low, which is 17th gear, right? And then like the switch, the side switch where my right thumb is, 8 high, and then that's my 18th gear. Now when I go back to this, that becomes 4 high, which is 10th gear. So I went down 8 gears. This is 3 high for 8th gear, according to my tablet as well. So we're going to go ahead and put it. This is now 8 high again. I'm gonna bring it back down here. And then there you go. So it's a lot of getting used to, but it's not that bad. I really enjoy it. The shifter seems to be holding in place. The little adapter that sits on the stem here, that sits right here on the inside where all there was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws. I lost one of them inside, but it's not gonna go anywhere. It's pretty firm in there. Got a nice feel to it. I like it. I do like the little top here where it tells you where the gears are all at. Obviously, this is a little bit, this is not a bad height. My hands are probably going to hurt a little bit from laying it like that the whole time, but that's nothing really to complain about. I just have to get used to shifting really quickly. So now this is going to be 3 high, 4 high, 7 high, right? Jake brake, where my right thumb is on the shifter head. Feels pretty good. Not gonna lie, it feels pretty good. I just have to get used to it. That's all. And then once I get used to it, it's not gonna be a problem anymore. It's gonna be really, really easy to deal with. But overall, I'm very happy with this so far. We're gonna be streaming on it, like with it, moving forward. So with that being said, I did have to take out my handbrake because when I was using the shifter, it would hit the handbrake. Now I can put the handbrake on the inside of the shifter box, but since I don't really use it, it doesn't have any function in the game right now. I'm not gonna use it. So it's next to me on the floor here to my right side. I unscrewed it from the box and I kept it on the side here. But overall, I'm happy with the shifter so far. We're gonna put it through the test, and we're gonna go from there. I'm already getting used to it. It's not that difficult. But yeah. Let me know if this has been helpful, and if you have any questions, please drop them off in the comments. The installation was very easy. The shifter feels great, and I'm gonna give it a shot and try it out before if I need to return it or anything like that. But for 120 bucks on Amazon, you really can't beat the price. It's a solid build, and so far I've had no issues with it. So I'll do a couple streams with it and see how we go from there. But if you have any questions, please drop them off in the comments. Let me know if this tutorial was good, and if you would like to see more tutorials for truck simulation or truck simulator. I'd be more than happy to help and to answer any questions you guys might have. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Take care, everybody.